So if you all read the summary of last episode, I won't go through the whole spiel again.
Stopping right there, Keeper. This is Selene Vallant. Before all of our listeners get really confused, I am going to just announce to you what has happened because it cut off a little bit in the previous session. So what happened was the book was handed to moi, Selene Vallant. We all got together as a party. We, directed by the evil villainess, so to speak, entered the other room. And then we followed suit. And there we encountered the librarian, the old librarian, who was sitting at the table holding open the book that he was going to show us on the 5th floor. It was a very closed off, very small room. And then a dark shadow fell, and the lady came out through the wall, and this glowing red eyes was on the shadow on the wall. And that's where we left off. And now, back to the keeper.
We can go right into getting initiative rolls.
Alright. So, I rolled.
Okay, what do we have for Selene Vallant?
A 19.
Who's next?
I rolled a 17.
20 for Terrafas.
Holy cow. Already off the bat. Well, that's 1 for you.
Well, it's not natural, it's unnatural.
Oh, unnatural. Okay.
I rolled a 13. Sad face.
Okay, so, unfortunately, because this is a homebrewed creature, I'm not able to have a encounter for it. So, first up, though, we have Terrafas. Okay, so, putting you guys in the setting from where we left off. The room is dark. The 4 torches in the room are shedding the dim light. You see the red eyes right in front of you behind the old man sitting at the desk with the big arcane dead book. And you see also behind the old man, under, like, right in between the red eyes, the body of the young half-elf whom you guys met on the street.
So first thing that I would like to do is take my bow, draw an arrow, knock it, and aim it directly at the woman.
Okay.
And then maintaining an even tone, I would like to say to the old man, Sir, you may want to step outside for this. This is going to be a little bit difficult. And I'm going to hold my action until either one of them makes a hostile move.
So, as you ask the old man to leave, you just see him slump, like, dead over the book. He is not moving. You do not see any signs of him breathing. So one must assume that he's dead.
Well, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped.
You didn't tell him to leave, he left.
That's true.
Whose turn is it?
Well, Terrafas is holding his action, so turn will go to Selene.
So, I am going to start out with Hexblade's Curse. As a bonus action, I can choose one creature I can see within 30 feet to curse it for 1 minute, or until the target dies, I die, or I am incapacitated. Against this cursed target, I gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls. Score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20, and regain 8 hit points if it dies. I am targeting the girl in the shadows.
Alright.
I am going to create a packed weapon in my hand. Choose the form. I am proficient with it, and it counts as magical. And what I am going to do is my packed weapon is going to be another bow. It's going to be a bow with a very shiny arrow that I can summon at will.
Okay, dokie.
I have it trained on her.
So you're also just going to hold your arrow?
Yep.
Alright, turn will go then to Osmorn.
Did anyone actually attack, or are we just prepping?
Natsu and Selene are holding their arrows, but they do have them at the ready.
Terrafast, not Natsu.
Thank you. Terrafast and Selene have their bows at the ready.
Oh, it's a short bow, by the way.
So I will stand off to the side of him, but a little ways in front of him, between him, the red eyes, and hold up my sword and my shield, my long sword.
So you're just gonna hold them there?
I guess officially you could say. Oh, I thought there was a block in action combat. Bad.
There's a dodge action you can take.
I see dodge and I see ready, and I'm not sure which, so I guess I'll go with dodge.
Alright, so you're gonna ready up a dodge action?
Yep.
Alright. So as you ready that, our turn will go to Natsu.
So everyone else is getting ready to fight, right? Like they're getting ready to attack or whatever.
Yes.
I don't even know what to do right now.
Something? Anything?
No, nothing from me.
Alright, then the turn will go to the creature. Okay, so this creature is just staring at you with the red eyes. It is going to try to make the room complete darkness. Whew! Alright. Let's see if it works. It does not. The room stays the way it is. Alright, but she will, and that was going to be her action. So, turn will go to Terrafast.
Once I see her actually start to do something magical, I'm loosing my arrow.
Alright, roll me to hit.
21.
Whoo! That
Nice.
hits. Roll your damage.
I'm also going to add, because I am now an arcane archer, I am going to use my shadow arrow.
Ooh, shadow. Will that do any
So that is
extra damage?
8 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
plus another 8 points of psychic damage.
Whew. Something tells
And
me
she
there's a
has
third
to
such
make
damage.
and she has to make a wisdom saving throw of a DC 13, or she is blind farther out than 5 feet.
Whew. Alright. Here goes the save throw. And we get a 7. This
You're
creature
fat.
is now blind up to 5 feet.
Like a
All
shadow.
right. So now it is my
Okay.
actual turn, if I remember correctly.
Yes. You released your last action, so now you have your refreshed action for the turn.
I'm going to knock another arrow and tell her, as I walk around the room since she can't see me, to throw her off. I did tell you that the next time we met, we would kill you. I don't like to kill, but you brought this on yourself. And I'll fire another one.
Alright, roll to hit.
That was a natural 20.
Alright, make your tick mark for your extra points at the end of this round. Double your damage and loose your arrow.
That would be 14 points of damage.
Okay. You just hear this piercing shriek as you see your arrow just go straight into the chest of the young half-elf's body. But it's not like the body itself doesn't, like, its mouth does not open to release the shriek. You hear the shriek coming from the shadows that are covering the walls and ceiling. You are promised to me. I will have your soul.
I'm not big on promises that I wasn't a part of. Selene, do you want to take over from here?
Why, correct white. Right. Words. I get my bow up to the ready. I'm casting Branding Smite, and I say one thing. I hate arranged marriages. I will make you shine. You will not escape. So I cast Branding Smite on my arrow, and I to let it loose.
Okay, roll me, it's a hit.
It's a 16.
Alright, that hits. Roll your damage.
That is 3d6. Oof. Sadness. I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 2. Also add a plus.
Should be your dexterity mod for the
5
bow
plus
and then
2
the plus
is
2.
7. So that's a plus 2 is plus 7. So that's 7 damage.
So, with Selene releasing his arrow with his burning smite, the arrow just goes straight in between the red eyes, just above the body of the half-elf. And once more, you hear the shriek, but the creature also says, "Thrice you'll kill. Thrice only breaks the curse. The contract must be fulfilled."
With that, I wave my hand and the packed weapon disappears.
Okay. And Osmore, you're on the spot.
Alrighty then. Double checking what I can do.
Punch her in the face.
I do have unarmed strike.
Do it. It's your best attack.
A 3 bludgeoning versus a 8 plus 2. I think I will do Toll the Dead, since it seems to be this voice echoing around.
And remind me what Toll the Dead does.
It's a cantrip that I point at a creature I can see within range, and the sound of dolorous bells fills the air around it for a moment.
And who is your target?
The creature.
As you listen intently with your cantrip cast, you can hear it coming from behind the body of the young half-elf, somehow the body is covering its mouth, but because the chamber is circular, the voice is echoing.
Seem to be covering the mouth.
Toll the Dead is another wisdom save for damage as well.
Yeah.
Alright. And how much damage would the creature take if upon an unsuccessful?
It says it's a 1d8, and it says if the target is missing any of its hit points, it takes 1d12 necrotic instead.
Oof. So it's going to take a d12 then. Here it goes. It rolled a 9. So it fails. It takes the 1d12 damage. Wait, you get to roll that.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait, I got to roll that. Hold on. Oh, that stinks. It's a 3.
Okay.
Adding a 0, man.
Okay. Natsu, it is your turn, buddy.
Sweetness. So I'm a little coward after seeing all that, so I'm going to start putting up my defenses.
Okay, and what defenses do you put in place?
I'm going to cast my mage armor on myself.
That raises your armor class up to what?
It adds my dexterity modifier or whatever.
Mage armor makes him 13 plus dex, so I think he's at a 15 now.
Okay, so he is at 15. Okay, So that is your action this turn? Is putting up your mage armor?
It is. It's also all I can do.
All right. The turn will then pass to the creature. The creature will then target Terrafast, for he shot first, with a shadow bolt.
She is still blind.
Well, she will see, so it is at a disadvantage. Major disadvantage. Okay, first roll is that. Taking the lesser, which is a 12. Does a 12 hit you?
Nope, I got a 17 AC.
Ow. Very nice. So you see this, like, shadow curling into, like, an arrow of its own. Gets released and starts flying at you. Because you see it enough time, you're easily able to just dodge it. And then this is going to allow you a reaction.
All right, I will. I'll take it. I'm gonna fire, not on her. I'm going to aim for one of the eyes on the wall.
Alright, roll me to hit.
That's only a 16.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh, that's a 4. 8 points of damage.
So you hear the screams, hisses of like many different types of creatures all at once. You see the red eyes just like flicker orange and then blue, and then the torchlight gets brighter and brighter. Then all of a sudden, this is only the one of 3 times. Thrice you'll have to kill me. Thrice to break the contract. Selene, there's something glowing in your vest pockets.
Excuse me? I reach into my vest pocket. I don't pull it out, but I reach into it. What do I feel?
You are feeling your tome.
I pull it out.
You hear the shriek of, he's got the book. He's got it.
Back down. I put it back down. I literally pick it up and I put it back into my vest.
How did you? The book was supposed to be lost.
Wow.
Kid's got good fortune.
I happen to find. You know what it is? I don't know what it is. But
Alright, no more making fun of the luck stat.
okay, Eldritch Blaster.
Alright, roll to hit.
13.
That does not hit.
Oh,
Well, in that case, as an action, I will cast Shadow Blade. I weave together threads of shadow to create a sort of solidified gloom in my hand.
Alright.
So I will cast that in one hand, and in the other hand, I draw out my short sword.
Okay, then you have 2 weapons at the ready. So, with her screaming at Selene, with having the lost home, as far as you guys know, the shadows begin to retreat back behind the body of the young half-elf. The eyes flip to like an amber color, and then disappears as well. And the room now returns to normal, but the young half-elf is now, unfortunately, pinned to the wall with an arrow through her chest. The old man that you were talking to earlier is dead, slumped over on a big arcane book of the dead. The creature has retreated.
I told you it was possession. Why'd you have to kill her?
is there any way I could help, since I'm a cleric?
She's probably not dead, Selene. I'm gonna rush over to her with Oz. I'm gonna say, dude, do what you gotta do. She needs to get back up. This isn't her fault.
Okay, I use my laying on hands pool.
And how many hit points shall the young half-elf gain back?
Oh, me? 8 hit points. half elf. Because this person died. Wait, no, the shadow receded. Never mind.
You didn't lose any health.
You know, if she dies, I can gain 8 hit points back. That's the sad.
Do you really want to kill the beautiful half elf?
I just told you, I don't think she's actually dead.
Maybe one of
Well, that's why I'm
I
saying.
can kill.
Well, that's why I'm asking how many hit points will the lay on hands pool give to her?
I was thinking 4 or 5.
Alright. So, with the few hit points being returned to her, the arrow gets magically loose from pinning her to the wall. So now she is starting to kind of topple forward. Now, as she's like starting to regain consciousness a bit.
I'm going to actually, while she's gaining consciousness, I am going to scoop up both the unfortunately dead man and his book, and I am going to leave the room.
Okay.
She's still radiating, by the way, in this bright, brilliant light.
Yep, because of your burning smite.
You said she was pinned to the wall.
Well, now she is falling forward because of your lay on hands. It unjammed the arrow from the wall, so she still got the arrow in her chest, but now she's unpinned from the wall. Now she's starting to like topple forward.
Okay, I go to catch her since I'm the one who laid my hands on her, and I'm do my best to be careful not to cause more harm by avoiding touching the arrow.
Okay. So you catch her.
Okay.
Selene, are you gonna like rush forward and help Osmorn catch her?
Yes.
Okay. So Osmorn's on one side and Selene's on the other because he rushes forward and helps you, Osmorn, catch her. So now the two of you are holding her. Terrafast has picked up the dead old man and his big arcane book of the dead and left. Natsu, what are you doing?
I'm not being much help. I'm just sitting in the background watching all this as everything unveils.
Right. Osmorn, Selene, are you going to lay her down and continue to take care of her, or are you going to bring her out of the room and back down into the 4th floor of the library?
We probably ought to move her to a better location.
Should we dress up the wounds there? That's in her stomach? Or does it just magically heal up?
Oh, no, it doesn't magically heal up. Lay on hands only gave her back enough hit points to have her regain a bit of her consciousness. So you still have to find a way to take out the arrow and dress the because it is in her chest.
You think we're gonna find a hospital around here?
I have no idea. We can look.
Hospital for the undead, maybe?
Maybe one of the people with the books might know how to help.
How much do you want to bet they're all dead?
I don't know. I do have one spell slot left. That means we need to rest for quite a while.
I am A-okay with that. I'm going to wrap her arm around my neck and just carry her in my arms. And then walk out the room. Unless Terrafast is still in the room. I'm following Terrafast.
Alright.
Oh, dude, I'm already gone. I'm like already down on like the 2nd floor at this point.
I followed the suit very
And
slowly.
I follow right.
Alright, so as the 3 of the 4 party members, Natsu, are you following?
Yes,
Natsu is following Osmorn and Selene as they are making their way out of this chamber, back out through the bookshelf that hid the passageway. So you are all on the 4th level of the Grand Library and are now making headway to follow Terrafast as he is already down on the 2nd floor. So it takes you guys about, with the half-elf in Selene's arms, it's going to take you about another 3 to 5 minutes to make your way down each of the flights of stairs to where Terrafast is. Terrafast, where are you?
Oh, I just left. I went out the front door. I have the guy slung over my shoulder, book under my arm, and I am just leaving.
Just because I was right doesn't mean you can leave like that. Jeez.
Is there anywhere in specific that you are going to so that the others might be able to catch up?
As stupid as it is, in a time like this, I'm looking for a cemetery.
So, okay, so we'll catch up with you in a moment. Natsu, Selene, and Osborne finally make their way out the front doors, and they go down a little ways of the street. All three of you make a perceptions check, and Terrafast, you as well, since even though you're so far ahead. So we're gonna.
I got a 10.
I got an 18. Also, what happened to all the people in the library?
You see them just going about their normal business like nothing ever occurred.
I rolled a 22.
Osmore, you see not too far down the road the sign for a infirmary, or in this case, it's your hospital. And so you're just like, yeah, woohoo! So you guide Selene and Natsu to the infirmary. It doesn't even take you but a minute to make it to the door.
I enter the infirmary and immediately try to get someone's attention and basically saying that we need help, we need help.
As you're shouting that you need help, you just hear
I slowly back out.
and from one of the doorways you see this big shouldered, very muscular person just like lean over, sidestep out a little bit, and then straighten out.
Welcome. Where is the person who needs your help?
Right here in the doorway. Come on, Selene, bring her in.
Okay, I carry her in. Is there any place for me to put her?
Place her down right here on bed.
Could you repeat that one more time? I did not catch that.
Place on bed.
Oh, okay. Gently lower her onto the cot and just release.
The big, brute-looking doctor is taking a look and seeing what is the matter, and
Not only arrow, but curse.
Cursed by... Oh, by the way, the radiance has worn off by now. Cursed by what now?
he looks at you.
Unknown. Spell old.
Sorry, what?
Spell old.
He's saying the spell is old.
Spell is old.
Alright, we'll get back to you in just a second. Alright, Terrafast, you rolled a 10. You don't notice any signs for a cemetery, but you look to your left, since you're like way down the road. You look to your left, and lo and behold, you're standing next to the cemetery.
Smart.
With a quick check, are there any undead roaming around within it?
Roll me a perception.
22.
You do not see any undead roaming the ground.
I'm going to... Is it fenced or gated or anything like that?
There is a fence.
And I'm assuming it's probably like a 6 or 7 foot fence around it.
It's about a 4-foot high fence with the gate open to enter.
Okay, good. I'm going to go in. I'm not going to go very far. I'm just going to see if I can find a bare patch just anywhere within near the gate.
You go in about 25 feet. Off to your right, about another 30, there is a patch with a sign that just says reserved. That is completely open. There are no headstones within that 15 by 15 foot patch.
I'm going to go off to one of the sides, like as far as I can in that 15-foot patch to the left, just like 5 feet from the edge, and I'm gonna just start digging.
Alright, so you start digging. How deep are you going to dig?
Well, since I thought I had a shovel, it's not going to be nearly as deep as it was.
Alright, so you don't have a shovel.
Nope. But I do have claws, so I'm going to use those, and I'm just going to start scraping at the ground rather frustratedly and see if I can get it deep enough, see if I can get like maybe 2 feet down, wide enough that it could fit the guy.
Sounds good. Alright, so while you do that, we're going to head right back to the other trio here. And so the big brute just told you guys that the spell that he senses is old magic. So not only is there the arrow, but there is now an old magic spell.
A bell? Oh, spell.
So, and during that little brief interlude, the big brute did manage to get the arrow out of the young half-elf's chest and was able to heal the wound to where it left no scar and no internal damage. So she is 100% ready to go. Now she just needs her rest. But now the blooming is the spell
I
that
thank
is
him
cast
with
upon her.
the utmost gratitude as best that I can, and praise him for his ability in such things.
He nods his head to you.
I bow and say, I am indebted to you, sir.
That
That
might
you say.
be words.
Well, I'm indebted to you, not debted to you. There's no debt. I'm just very grateful. How's that? Yes?
Said that
Oh, no.
need supplies.
Fine. What supplies do you need?
He just reaches behind into one of his pouches and he pulls out this like very thick scroll and hands it to you.
Need this.
Put it in my bag. Give him 2 thumbs up and back out of the building.
All right.
I'm just glad you didn't start shooting finger guns.
Very poor choice of words.
Osmorn and Natsu, are you going to follow Selene out, or are you going to try something else, or do something else?
Well, first, not really sure what I should do. So I last saw Terrafast heading off, and Selene just basically exited the infirmary.
I yeeted.
Yep.
I don't think you even saw me leave. You were busy helping the girl. I just bounced, did the Irish goodbye.
Oh.
Shoot. I'm trouble deciding what to do.
I'm gonna go looking for Terrafast. That's what I want to do.
So Natsu backed out and went to go look for Terrafast. Okay. Selene just backed out of the infirmary.
I'm hanging outside the front door of the building, waiting for my comrades.
I'll follow because I don't. Well, we still haven't broken the spell.
And then
Oh no, I guess I follow. We're basically not needed here, essentially. Actually, no. I think I'll wait for her in case she wakes up because she might be totally confused. I think I'll stay at the infirmary for now.
sounds like a plan. Alright, so Natsu went to go find Terrafast. Not even 500 feet down the road does he see the Leonin digging in a plot of land in the cemetery. And then, Selene, are you going to follow Natsu?
Hey Natsu, you know what
He's
happened
singing-
to Osborne?
You're going to... Sorry, what was that?
Natsu, wait up. Whoa, hold up.
No, I think
Is
he
Osborne
chose to stay
coming?
behind.
Fine. I follow Natsu.
Alright, so you also see Terrafast digging in the graveyard, the cemetery. You see the body of the old man still lying next to him, along with the big book off to the side.
Well, on my way over there, I do pull out the scroll and I start looking at it. So I am looking at the scroll as I enter the cemetery.
Alright, as you start opening and reading the scroll, you see it is a gigantic shopping list of all the medical supplies that the infirmary needs.
Does that at least say what the locations are?
For all the
For each item, like whether
resources?
what the location is to find the item.
Nope, he just has the name of the items and the number of how many he needs.
Oof. I slowly scroll it up, and slowly put it in my bag.
By the time you're done rolling it up and sticking it in your bag, you have reached Terrafast, who has already done. Alright, Terrafast, roll me a d6.
5.
So you have dug, within this time frame, 5 feet deep.
Bravo.
So,
I don't even acknowledge their presence yet. I'm still digging.
so you two are walking up to the grave that is now freshly dug.
Hey, Terrafast, I don't think it's time yet to dig yourself a hole there.
Not for me.
For this guy?
I don't think he deserved to die. Neither did she.
I don't think she's dead.
I'm going to climb out of the hole and start making myself comfortable to be able to lower him down into it.
So as you're doing this, Natsu and Selene are just...
I open up the book of tomb to see if there's any rite of passage thing I can say.
You're opening up your tome?
Yes. Is there anything in that says like the passing of like a graveyard funeral thing?
Roll me your investigation. Because you are investigating the book. See.
I rolled a 16.
Alright. So you do see this one small verse that allows a spirit to pass on from its mortal tie to the spirit realm.
All right. I keep that tabbed and wait until the grave has been finished.
So back to Osborne here as he is waiting for the young half-elf female to become conscious once more.
I have been in prayer while holding her hand, basically kind of pleading and trying to figure it out and just waiting and hoping.
Roll me a Arcana check.
I got a 16.
So as you're holding her hand and you're praying, you feel this arcane, like this magical tremor in her arm. And you quickly just like take a peek and you see her eyes just fly open. And there's the amber orange that the creature retreated with.
I immediately try to call out to the woman inside.
All of a sudden, right next to you, you see the two gigantic, brutish hands casting a spell. You can half understand it because half of it's the ancient language and half of it is kind of the more modern spell casting. But as you're calling to the creature, you hear him say this ancient name, and that black smoke just starts coming out of the eyes, the mouth, the nose, and the ears, as you just see the body just like start like having a seizure.
Quick, need container.
I look around for a container through all my items. And
Osmorn, roll me a investigation.
say I got an amulet. Oh, we'll roll the investigation. Okay, rolling investigation, you said, right?
Yes.
I got a 9.
Well, that 9 is good enough to see a glass jar with a cork rolling on the floor near your feet.
I quickly dash toward it, grab it, and give it over to the infirmary guy.
As you do that, you see his one hand stay by the body of the young half-elf, and the other hand just at the jar that they're handing to him, and you see the shadow just crawl across his arm, then funneled into the bottle, and 2 straight minutes, he is just standing there, funneling dark energy into that container. And when you see the last of it trickle out, you see the color of his arms return to the normal color. The rest of it fall off his fingertips.
Quick, cork, now.
I cork it as fast as I can and seal it as thoroughly as possible.
Have now successfully trapped an arcane demon spirit.
Oh, yes.
Hey,
Da-na-na-na.
A wild arcane spirit appeared.
is that what happened with Poe's souls in The Legend of Zelda? Is that where they come from?
Going back over, Terrafast, you were prepped to lower the body into the freshly dug grave, with Selene ready to give a remark, with Natsu just kind of like standing there, just.
As I'm lowering, as I'm dropping into the grave with him, I am going to ask the two of them. So, how is she? Is she doing all right?
Oh, last I saw, the arrow was out of her. Now it's handed a giant list of things to get, and it backed up very slowly.
Awesome. Glad to know that we are already doing jobs for somebody else during this tournament. I'm going to put him down, and I'm going to climb myself back out, and I'm going to start filling in the grave with the dirt that I scooped out with my bare hands.
Sounds good. Selene, are you ready with that rite of passing?
Almost. Yep. It's short, but based off the description you gave me, it's going to be short. Do I do it as the grave is being filled, or what? I've seen quite a few of these, or I just never did one.
You can do it either way you want. Terrafast is still filling in the grave, so you could wait another 2 minutes, or you can do it as he's filling in the rest of the dirt.
Once he's done filling in with the rest of the dirt, stand at the headstone. I take out my little tomb. I open up to the passage. I clear my throat. Okay. May the one who drives the path from this realm to the next bestow the peaceful journey for this man. For the paths of these realms are confusing and labyrinthine since the creation. And with that, I bid thee farewell. Any last remarks? Any final farewells for this man? Look up at the other two, see if they have anything else to say.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just pulling a torch from my pack. I'm going to light it, and I'm just going to stab it directly into the ground where he's at as a headstone.
And with that lit torch now as his headstone, you see like a blue glow emanate from under the dirt, and torch begins to burn that blue aura, and it will now stay forever lit as a symbol to one who has passed on and is also of a pure heart.
I'm immediately just turning, and I'm leaving, and I'm heading the direction of the library because I don't know where anybody else is. Except, I know where these three are, but I don't know where Oz or the girl are, so I think they're still at the library.
Oh, hold up. Wait, hold up. Do you know where you're going?
The library that we just...
There's an infirmary down the road. We just stopped by there.
Okay, good.
I lead the way.
I'm going to stay far behind.
And I look at Natsu to see if he's okay.
I'm just tailing far behind you guys.
Don't forget the book.
Very
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna take the book.
I put my tune back in my vest pocket.
Seraph quickly goes back for the really, really big book and picks it up and then continues following Soleil and Natsu to the infirmary.
Quick question about the book. I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
Is it like general information bestiary, or is it specifically focusing on like undead, necrotic sort of beings? Is that what we found?
The second description, yes. It is a book for everything arcane dead, arcane undead, and everything.
Got it.
A couple minutes later, then, you stop at the infirmary with Selene and Natsu to check up on Osborne and the girl. Upon your entry, you see Osborne glaring at this jar that he's holding in his hand.
You, skinny man, bring supplies?
Don't enter the building, by the way. Nope. Nope. I'm sorry. I just walked up to the door. I'm like, it's right in here. I'll watch. I'll take guard.
All right, so you're going to be standing guard while the other two head inside, yes?
Yep. Did I roll a perception check?
No. Nothing was going on as you guys were walking back, so you're okay. What are Terafas's and Natsu's reactions to seeing Osborne just staring at a jar?
as happy as can be, I might add.
I know that he is quirky, so I'm just going to ignore that, and I'm going to turn to the doctor, and I'm going to bow. Thank you for your services. We appreciate everything that you have done for this woman and for us.
He nods his head and he goes,
Most welcome. She feel right now.
If I may inquire, what happened while we were out?
You are not going to believe.
Ask friend.
You're not going to believe this. So when you guys left, I decided to pray and find some way to maybe figure out what's going on to remove the spell. When all of a sudden, basically the creature started coming back and resurrecting and started to chant and cast some sort of spell. I couldn't really understand it because it's a mixture and I have no idea. But Mr. Infirmary, who I now realize we should learn your name, sir.
Name. Grunk.
Yes, Grunk. Instructed me to grab a bottle, which I found one, gave it to him, and guess where the creature is as I hold up the bottle and point to it.
Is it in her? Is it still in her?
I double pointed the bottle.
Oh, good job.
Oh yeah, and technically it wasn't even my doing; it's all him. I just grabbed the bottle.
Well, then I rescind my compliments to you, Oz, and I will thank Gronk even more furiously.
Is no need. Friend, pray.
Fine, you get a little bit of credit, Oz. Looking over the girl, the arrow's out of her, she looks more healed, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
And she's still unconscious?
Yes. I don't think she'll be waking up for quite a little while.
Shall we take a long rest then?
Dr. Gronk, would you happen to have any recommendations on where we might be able to spend the night?
Back room. Go. Please. Free bed.
Thank you once again. We will discuss how we can repay you for this kindness in the morning.
Tiny friend outside have payment.
Right, he gave him that list. He gave Celine a list of supplies, I guess, that he needed. So we should probably get on that.
First, must rest. Long day.
Agreed.
I'm going to go to the door. I'm going to poke my head out. I'm going to just say, Celine, you are a terrible communicator. We have a place to stay tonight. Come inside. We're going to sleep.
I see. All right. I walk inside.
So all of you guys are now walking into the back room that Gronk pointed to for the open bed. You sit and discuss your events of the day to try and figure out more of what is truly going on.
I want to note these first because I didn't get any reaction the first time. I was right. It was possession.
Yes, you were. I gotta give you credit.
There we go. I pop in bed.
Sorry for doubting you, Selene. And I'm going to walk back out to the front room.
What trouble you, Fred?
Just need some space. Want to make sure that nothing was truly in vain tonight, if you don't mind.
Ah,
Oh, mean. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna take up the seat next to her bed, and I'm going to very, very softly, as quietly as I can, play my lyre for her.
For a second, I thought you were going to say whisper her in her ear and say reject Selene immediately.
I would never, that you know of.
Okay, all right.
Nah, man. Selene's got his heart set on this one. I'm gonna do my best. I mean, you're my party mate, man. I gotta be your
all
wingman.
right.
Same here.
And with you guys discussing the end of your day, you have decided to take a long rest. We are going to but we are just going to pause here for this session and have you all a good night.